Hey folks, I wanted to do a quick and dirty video, not too dirty, don't worry. First of all, to let you know that I've not given up on styling my hair and having my hair cut. I've got a fresh do, as you can tell. But I also wanted to talk briefly about being tactful as the mask mandate ends here in Berlin. So my understanding is that effective today, April 1st, masks will only be required in medical settings and on public transit. So this is probably a little bit disorienting for some people out there. I know I myself went through this a few weeks ago when I went to the US on vacation. You may be surprised to learn though that I quickly embraced not wearing a mask. I wasn't wearing a mask at the gym, at restaurants, when I was out shopping, and I was like, this is freedom! And then I very quickly got COVID. So it turns out the masks do work. I learned that the hard way. But anyhow, we collectively as a society have decided that we are moving into a new phase of dealing with the pandemic, and I have to respect that. And my request to everybody out there is just, if you see someone over the next few weeks and months who is still wearing a mask and you're not sure you understand why, just remember, it ain't none of your damn business. Maybe someone's wearing a mask because they have a health issue you're not aware of, or someone in their household has a health issue. The mask, long story short, is not affecting you at all. I know I myself have had some strange encounters over the past few weeks and months. I was at a comedy show, for instance, and in the back room where there were a lot of people, I decided to wear a mask. I wasn't the only person who did it, but it was definitely, I was in a minority for sure. And one performer came in, saw me wearing a mask, gave me a dirty look, and went, "Masks!" and then left the room. And I was like, well, that was super weird. Thankfully, I don't really give a shit what most people think, especially stand-up comedians, with all due respect to my fellow stand-up comedians, but they do not have a lot of emotional intelligence, a lot of them. Not all of them, but a lot of them. And, I thought to myself, it's not my responsibility or obligation in that situation to tell this person, for example, that I have a job where I travel internationally a lot and I don't want to get stuck in quarantine in some weird place because I come down with COVID. And it wasn't my obligation to tell this individual that I was about to go on vacation and I didn't want to have the whole vacation ruined by COVID. Turns out that didn't work anyhow, but you just have to kind of, in those situations, if there's a bit of weirdness, I think we have to learn over the next few weeks to kind of just grit our teeth and plow on through as we move together into this brave new future. I was tempted to go on a rant about how people's behavior during the pandemic kind of demonstrates through our own lived experiences in recent history why humans over the last 3,000 or 4,000 years have not really progressed that much when you think about how much access to technology and money we have. But I didn't say that. I just went and enjoyed that person's performance and moved on with things. I went to get my haircut today. I didn't know what to do. When I went into the place, I didn't wear a mask because I didn't think I had to. I didn't feel like I needed to in that situation. And my barber was wearing a mask. So I said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm a little bit confused about the rules." And he said, "No, that's fine. We've just decided here that we want to continue wearing the mask." And I was like, that's completely cool. He said, you can wear the mask if you want, Ben. You don't have to, but we're wearing the mask. And I'm like, I respect that. I put my mask on because those people work with a lot of customers in very close proximity. They have families, and it's no skin off my back to wear the mask in that situation. I will tell you, now that I've had COVID and I had very easy go of it, my approach to things is a lot more laid back. You do have a sense of relief, even though you can get COVID multiple times, but we won't talk about that. So what I'm saying is, let's just be as flexible as we can, give people the space to do what they need to do. If you're someone who's rabidly anti-masky, rabidly anti-vaxxy, then we're moving on to a phase that should be much more in accordance with your preferred approach to things. And you can take that energy that you were putting towards Bill Gates conspiracy theories and whatnot and go back to doing the kinds of things that you probably were doing before the pandemic, like putting your garbage in the baskets of people's bikes, not washing your hands after you use the toilet, or posting about Bitcoin. You can go back to that kind of thing. And I will go back to chasing after you at the gym when you arrogantly use 5 pieces of equipment simultaneously. And this is how we're going to go together towards embracing our new normal. So let's be tactful, take care of yourselves, stay healthy, have a wonderful weekend.